Hello everyone, I'm Rashid Khan from Lakshmi Prasad Memorial Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. Class 9th. Here we'll have started the reactions of metals with the acid and reaction of metal with the water. What happened when these reaction takes place? By the actions we can see here, metals when get reacted with the acid and water, what will happen then? But before moving to this, we'll have to know about what is the properties of metal. And we know that physical properties of the metal, these may be defined as the physical properties like in which first one is lustrous. Metals have the physical property like physical properties of metals. Metal shows the lustrous property. Lustrous means most metals are shiny, are lustrous. The most important properties of the metal is what actually metal. The metal can show the luster properties. Except metal, do not any other such type of a non-metal or metalites can show such a properties. That means they could not have any luster or shining surfaces. So only the metals that can have the lustrous properties. That means due to these lustrous properties, this can be used. This can be utilized for the manufacturing of jewelries, ornaments, or the decorative purposes as well. The construction designers, most of these, such things are maybe just concerned to the lustrous properties of metal. Second one is what they can be having the luster. So on that basis we can say they have the metallic luster. So most of the metals have the metallic luster. Now second one is hardness. So metal are those that are very hard. Why? Because most of the metals can be showing the solid appearance. That means they can show the solid state. Most of the metal can show the solid state except mercury. So if it is the substance made up of a solid form, it is showing the solid form, so that can have a highly tensile, they can show the high density. That means their particles are arranged in a very close and compact manner. So that is another property that is called as a hardness. So most of the metals can show very hard, except the one that is mercury. The next one, malleability. Malleability. What does it mean about the malleability? Malleability is the property of a metals. The metal can show all these. When the metals can be beaten by the hard stuff or the hard object, it can be drawn into thin sheets, like you have seen the aluminium foil, the iron sheets, copper sheet, and number of metals you can see there is a sheets maybe only drawn due to the metals. Metals only shows the malleability. So it is the property of virtue by which the metal can show the malleability. On heating it can be drawn into thin sheets, that is called as malleability. The next one is called as ductility. So what is ductility? The ductility is the property of a metal that they can be drawn into thin wires. The property of a virtue by which the metal can be drawn into thin wires. So that property is called as ductility. That means they are, most type of the metals, they are ductile in nature. That means when they enter with a hard object, they can be drawn into thin wires. Or we can say the property of a virtue by which the metal can be drawn into thin wires, that particular type of a property is called ductility. This is the ductility. Now we can move on to the next one. Conductivity. Conductivity means the conduction of heat as well as the conductivity of electricity. That property is called as conductivity. So we know very well the metals can show the conductivity. It means what? They are the very good conductor of electricity and heat as well. So for the means there is a metal, the number of a metal that can show the conductivity. Why? Because metal can show the conductivity. That means they are a very good conductor of heat and electricity as well. As you know, the metals like copper, aluminum, iron, most of the silver, they can be shown the conductivity of heat. Why? Because such type of cooking utensil may be used in our daily life, in our cooking kitchens, in our daily purposes. So that is done due to only why? Because they can be very sensitive towards the heat. That means when the heat is provided to them, it can be heats up earlier, and due to which there is a cooking processes can be complete. Now the next one is what? The next one is called as the conductivity of electricity. That is, they can also a very good conductor of electricity. Why? Because we can see a lot of uses in our daily life about that the electricity. It is done due to only the metals can be very good conductor of electricity, and due to which the wires can be drawn, and these wires play a very important role, the electrical wire in which the electricity must be provided. Why? Because they can be good conductor of heat and can consume a very less amount of energy. So that is also formed by manufactured by metals like copper, aluminum, silver, aluminum and copper. They are very good conductor of heat. Heat as well as they can very good conductor of electricity as well. Now the next one, that is the conduction of electricity and conduction of heat as well. Now the metals are showing sonorous properties, so they are called as, this property is called as sonority. Why? Because most of the metals are sonorous, so that is called as sonority. So they can be shown a property like sonority. What is sonority? Sonority is a property of a metal by which the metal can be produce a ringing sound when on meeting with a hard object. So by the beginning of a hard object, metals producing a ringing sound. So that properties of a ringing sound is called as sonorous properties, and that one is called as sonority. Sonority is what? Sonority means most of the metals are sonorous. That means when they have to be beaten by the hard object, they can be produces a ringing sound. Why? Because the ringing sound is can be only produced due to the metals. So that metals are sonorous in nature. Now, physical properties of non-metals. Metals. Physical properties of non-metals. So what are these non-metals? These non-metals can be lustrous property in case of a lustrous property. So first of all the non-metals cannot have any luster and they are called as non-lustrous. So all the non-metals are non-lustrous. That means they could not have any sign or any luster on them. So they are called as a non-lustrous. Why? Because their appearance is dull. Due to the dull appearance, they could not show the luster properties. I have already told you about only the metal can show the lustrous properties. So the metals are lustrous, but non-metals are non-lustrous. Next one is hardness. So you know very well, in case of metals mostly that shows the hardness properties, but only potassium and sodium could not show the hardness property. Why? Because they are soft and they can be as soft that they can be cut with a knife. But number of non-metals are soft. Some of the exceptions can be seen. Most of the non-metals are very soft, but the hardest natural occurring substance is called as diamond, and diamond is what is called of non-metals. So non-metal like a diamond is an example of a hard substance, the hardest substance or the hardest natural occurring substance present in our earth. So these most of the non-metals are soft. Malleabilities, as we know that when any non-metal beaten by the hard object, it can be broken into the smaller pieces. That means they are brittle in nature. When they stuck or beaten by the hard object, they can be broken into many pieces. That properties of non-metal are called as the brittle in nature. That is why they could not be beaten into the thin sheets, or they could not be drawn into thin wires. Why? Because when we beaten into a hard object by the non-metal, so they can be broken into many pieces, and that properties of the metal is called as brittle. So they are non-malleable, non-ductile, as well as the bad conductor of heat and electricity. Bad conductor of heat and electricity. But some of them can show it the conductivity, like graphite as a allotrope of carbon, that is a non-metal. So the graphite can show the readily arc. They can show the electricity. They can be of a good conductor of heat. So only the graphite can show the good conductor of the conduction of electricity. Why? Because we can say the conduction of electricity is the only exception about the graphite, but all are those non-metal cannot show any conduction, either the heat conduction, either the electricity, conduction of electricity. So here we will have to say that the non-metal mostly do not show any conductivity, any ductility and malleability, and they are not lustrous. Now we'll have to explain about sonority. So the non-metals are always the non-sonorous. That means they could not produce any ringing sound. They can produce a dull sound. Why? Because they can be a type of a non-metal, so they can produce a dull sound. So this is the sound that could not be produced any ringing sound. That type, like it is a non-metal and produce a dull sound. Why? Because it is a non-metal. So properties of the non-metal can be of a different following types, in which we have already discussed about the lustrous properties, hardness, malleability, ductility, conductivity, sonority. This is all about the properties. Now the melting and a boiling point. As we know, in case of metals, of metals can have a very high melting and a boiling point. Melting point of Fe and Cu, copper and iron, these have nearly approx 1538 degrees centigrade melting point of iron Fe, and copper have 1083 or 85 something, approx 1085. That is, they have a very high melting point. But the non-metals, in case of non-metals, they could not have a very high melting points. They can show a low melting point, but only the one non-metals, which is called as a graphite, this can have 3700 degrees Celsius its melting point. So only the exception as a graphite that can show a very high melting point, that is 3700 degrees centigrade. But none of them, then other than this, can be shown a very high melting point. So this is all about that melting and boiling point. Density. Now we have to discuss on density. So in case of density, as we know that the mostly metals can show the very high density. Metals can show a very high density, but non-metals, why? Because metal can exist in mostly the solid state, but the non-metal exists in solid, liquid and gases. The metals can show only one properties. Metals have mostly solid except mercury. So they are very high density. They can show very high density. Highly dense there. They can show the high density in case of a metals. But in case of a non-metal, they do not show high density. They can show the low density. Why? Because they can be made up of three types of materials. They can be exist in three states, that is solid, liquid and gases as well. So in case of a solid, there might be some density can be, but in case of a liquid and gases, they are showing a low density. Why? Because there is a sum of the exceptions also given in that case. We will have to discuss these exceptions until the next day or into the next video, but here is some of the property we have to discuss. That is, if there is a solid, they can show the high density, but the liquid, there is a particles. In these particles, in case of a solid, the particles are grouped, arranges, just they can be compactly packed. they can be a closely or compact metal, but in case of a liquid, there might be a loosely packed, and now this can be a very high intermolecular stress in comparison to the solid, and in case of a gas, this can also show a very high highest intermolecular space. So while they can be show a low density. So this is all about the metals and non-metal. We can proceed to the next one, and in the next video